Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am, as ever and as always, your host, The Lumber. It reminds me of a story arc we were doing off camera last night. I was chatting with friends while I was mindlessly grinding in this game, and we weren't even talking about the current situation. We were talking about a story in an unrelated thing. It was Dragon Prince. We were talking about Dragon Prince, the show. How one of the characters in that show, metaphorically, really wants to shoot his own foot. And he's desperate. He's willing to fight, to kill, for the right to shoot his own foot. And he was so, driven. And we just kept finding it funny how horrible this idiot was. All right, so hang on. If I do this, so let me show you something first that I haven't seen yet. Ignore all these 500s. Ignore this. Ignore this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This one, I believe. Yeah, he's putting the stick back into the wheel. I believe this is it. Because I skipped a cutscene last night in order to get access to something. I'll talk about it in a second. Yeah, this one. Has she killed her own people now?
These should be enough to fix what's been broken.
I said.
Oh no. That's not good. Kupo.
This is it. We're officially a Final Fantasy game. We've got Cid. Sorry, that is a massive spoiler. I apologize for even saying that.
It's been too long, Bahamut.
What the heck is this thing?
I'm a Moogle, Kupo. You can think of me as a guiding spirit. I helped Bahamut get here.
True, but you're much more than you say, Moogle. Yeah.
I have something to ask of you, Kupo. I need Chaos's help. Someone's attempting to meddle with this dimension. And not just meddle. They want to erase it for good, Kupo.
Let me guess. A Lufenian.
Yes. And if this place disappears, I'm afraid you'll go along with it, Kupo.
What did my cloak just do?
Chaos is the only one who can keep that from happening.
What about the Warrior of Light? Who?
Kupo!
Oh, okay, that's it? That's all I missed? Alright, whatever. So that unlocks Lufenia difficulty, which as usual is another step up, but there's two big changes. So let's talk about grind, okay? So the first thing I needed was I needed shards. Now there's actually a few ways I could get shards, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the way I got shards. So, I'm going to bump it back down to Chaos difficulty. Just bear with me for a second. I gotta remember all the buttons here. Okay, and then we go to... this one. There it is. Now, it wasn't cranked up, so I cranked it as high as the anima crystals would allow me to do. Hang on, I'm going to show you the whole process because I want to talk this out real quick. Excuse me. Also, the reason I'm wearing the Warrior Light gear is it was easier to grind on because you could just turn on a couple of things. I'll explain the whole setup in a minute.
I hear ya. Just the thought of climbing this thing makes me tired. What's up?
I just got a feeling, but I can't find the words for it. I got it. Loss.
Oh, it's so cold.
We are quite high up after all. Perhaps we may even have the chance to trek through a blizzard.
Really? Are you crazy? Jack, now's your chance!
That was quick.
You look almost disappointed, Jack.
I hate this. I've got this sinking feeling in my stomach.
Come on.
Also, I had this all muted, so it's kind of funny listening to them talk rapid fire as I race through this.
Be careful.
Now, this initial grind is actually pretty simple. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show it on camera.
Here it comes.
Have a look at this. I've got a sinking feeling. Come on, we can do this!
Rock solid. What did this?
I don't know. But they look like they're sleeping. I hope their dreams are at least pleasant.
Look at those icicles. They don't look very stable.
Agreed. Let's keep one eye on the ceiling.
We've got a hard road ahead of us. Ugh. So much snow! I can barely see a thing! Ugh.
I never thought it would be this bad. Let's go slowly.
I can occasionally have class items, which is why I bother to get it each time. The class upgrades. Okay, so this is what we want right here.
Shall we take a break?
You've got my vote.
So then we walk up to this guy right here.
Work cut out for us.
Sink or swim.
Jackpot.
Hurry up and try it on.
We got, I believe it's 7 crystals. We go back to this. And this is it. This is the grind.
That one looks tough.
This one will test us.
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
We got this. We got this.
Get this over with.
So I'm actually only getting 1 crystal. I think it's because of other things. So the way I did it was, you get the 1 crystal per kill, and then you upgrade it once you can. Then you get like 2 crystals, then 3 crystals, and it's 7 at the end. So once you're getting 7 crystals at a time, you're getting most of what you need. I got enough crystals to be able to crank this all the way up. So just, reset, kill, reset, kill, reset, kill. Adrenaline, smash, adrenaline, smash, adrenaline, smash. By the way, adrenaline is a great ability. I just want to say I should go ahead and talk about my build a little bit now. So I'm specifically the Raider build for Berserker because we have an attack called Adrenaline. Oh, it's extremely unfun. All right, so Raider makes it so that Adrenaline increases attack, decreases break taken, damage taken, and it decreases chance of staggered and increases chance of staggering enemies. It is when it says increases chance of staggering, it's not joking. So it's basically a guarantee of staggering anything that isn't coded as a boss, something that it doesn't have poise armor or whatever that's called, the same thing that goes all the way back to FF5, the heavy status. The thing is, the Raider class specifically makes it so that Adrenaline has a massively reduced cooldown. It only lasts a few seconds. However, every time you connect with a hit, it resets the cooldown, or it just resets the duration, excuse me. So as long as you're hitting something, it lasts forever. Remember that, that's going to be important. Okay, so I did this. Now, Blade Devol's like, why did you just go through the first time? Well, that's actually an easy thing to answer. It's because I had no crystals left last night at all. And I needed crystals to be able to crank the diff up, to be able to do what he just suggested. So I needed that initial influx of crystals. I only needed, like, I think it was 140 something. But that still meant, doing this a few times to get that initial influx of crystals to get on with it. So I did that. got the initial influx, and then did what Blade Default said. That's why several of the missions would have been done at level 500, is because this was just the start. So that's grind step 1. Grind step 2 is go do a couple missions at 500, which got me a whole bunch of crystals, which is good, because I needed something along the lines of 8,000 of them. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so we've successfully done our first step of the grind. Woo! Now, here's the second step of the grind. This took me an hour to find out. As usual, the answer was in one random Reddit post. One random Reddit post that of someone who had the exact same issue as I did, okay? So what I wanted was something called relic gear. I'll talk about what relic gear is in a second. But relic gear will not drop until you have gone into Gilgamesh mode. And then you go into the thing that's taking forever to load, the Rift Labyrinth. And then you do a rift, or already have one on you. Get one of the items that needs to be identified, and identify it. You have to identify at least one of those items to unlock relics dropping. Nothing anywhere indicates this. So this is my free little PSA for anybody out there wondering what the hell. Okay, cool. So we've successfully gotten access to relics. Now we switch up to Lufenia difficulty. And yes, by the way, I am very salty about that. I just want to be very clear. That is such a weird requirement. But anyways. And now we go to here. So obviously, we crank the difficulty, right? Well, there is no cranking the difficulty. There's just basic difficulty. Okay. Well, what do I do then? You notice this is going to give me a crap ton of anima. Well, what I actually did was this. So this is my exact setup for this. Once you unlock Lufenia difficulty, you can crank the Bahamut Trials even higher than usual. You notice we're currently at what I believe is the highest, yes, right, what is the highest rank, which is 120%, aka rank 11. Apparently, the rank actually does matter. The rate is kind of indicative of how you get to the rank, but anything above rank 11 does not increase the drops. Go figure. But this is the big one right here, because this by itself is 105 of that rank over there, as you can see. So that's the big one, and you do need Lufenia mode for there. All the rest of this just gets up the other like 15%. And now we do this. So this is Azure Memories, the Stymied, I think it is.
Couldn't hurt to take a look.
This,
Come
I'm
on,
gonna run.
watch yourselves.
If anything hits me here, it will kill me instantly, by the way. Run past that grenade, turn left,
Jed! Stay on your toes!
go down here, past the two goblins very quickly, grab this, run. I die on this run quite often, by the way.
See anything following us?
This is a really aggravating thing to do without actually having relics drop, by the way. Which is why that pissed me off so much. You're probably thinking, why is this so aggravating to do? You're almost done with the mission. Yeah. So anyways, pop adrenaline. Alright, so how's your day going? Everyone doing alright today? I hope nobody out there is a big stock exchange person, because you're not having a good day today if you are. Probably should have pulled out of the market the moment Trump took office, to be honest with you. If he said he was going to do this. Yeah, I'm pretty tired too. Pretty much, Kraken-san. I imagine, no offense, most of my viewers are not affected. Like I said, all the people I know affected by that wanted it to happen. Or rather, voted for it to happen. This is adrenaline, by the way. I should mention what exactly I'm doing here. So even this setup I'm doing right now is actually much more dangerous than it looks. I know this looks easy, If I screw this up at all, I will die instantly and have to start over. So, Adrenaline is the only reason I can stun lock him. Yeah, if I miss, I die. You'll notice I'm very particular about when I use an ability. Speaking from experience, you'll also shove him around the arena a little bit, just based on physics. So if you shove him, if you use Highbringer when he's at a place where he can be shoved down the ways, that microsecond it takes to get back into melee range will probably kill you. So you'll notice I'm just kind of not doing it right now because he's at too much of an angle and I don't want to risk shoving him too far. Anyways, I also have item level 500 gear, all of it. So I discovered something else very specifically about how that item scaling thing works. It doesn't care about anything at all whatsoever other than your average item level, which counts both jobs, by the way, whether you were equipped the second job or not. So, in other words, it is beneficial and advantageous to crank all of your gear to 500 for no other reason than just to make sure that you are actually not running into that scaling issue. Otherwise, you'd be scratching the paint and blah, blah, blah. Which, oop. Oh, not quite. So that's the other thing I did. So everything I have is completely cranked up to 500. It's not super optimized. I do actually have a lot of plus break and a lot of plus other stuff, but I also have plus luck. I have as much luck boosting stuff as I can right now. Because luck boosting gives you better drops. Also, you notice just doing that gives you a crap ton of all this stuff. So plenty of anima, plenty of mannequin material, which you can use for upgrading stuff. Plenty of dragon treasure for buying stuff, and plenty of void treasure. I still don't actually know what that's for. So, let me show you a little bit of the setup here. So, like I said, I have Raider equipped for the Adrenaline. I have a Great Sword, which it's not even going to show the stats on. Because why would it do that? There we go. No? Still not showing. Jesus Christ, game. I swear to God. Why aren't you showing the gear I have on? Whatever. As you can see, I have Dark Knight Affinity. But the real thing is break damage dealt, all damage dealt, and luck. That's on basically everything I have right now. Luck, all damage dealt, break damage dealt. Luck, all damage dealt, break damage dealt. Again, this is just something that's cranked to 500 because whatever. I do have a Stinky Ring, which sometimes I'll equip because it'll, some of them increases damage to Marlboro. Like I can equip this right now and speed it up very slightly. But none of that's really the point. So, geared up, yes. I can also use Summon Tachi, which I occasionally remember to use, which speeds it up a little bit. But what was the point of all of that? So, these are relics. They say artifact, but they're actually relics. You can look at the bottom there of that War Scythe, and it has Titan Blessing. And that has Carbuncle. That has Ifrit, which is fine, I guess. It's that kind of dark purple. You notice I've already gotten a few. There's one with Leviathan. There's one with Alexander. So that's what we're actually after, believe it or not. Now, here's the best part. That relic stuff, I have no idea how it works. I have gone looking to try and figure out exactly how that stuff works. And I do not have an answer for that. Yes, I know there's a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet says stuff that might have been useful if I understood anything that it was talking about. The game itself doesn't tell you jack. All it says is it'll give you a Summon's Blessing. Like there's apparently like a passive Summon Blessing as well, which I haven't even seen yet. I don't even know what that is. But this is the good stuff. This is the stuff you actually want, is the relic gear. If you're going with a melee build, which I currently am, you want, in order, Alexander, Odin, something else, and Fenrir. Oh, Ifrit. Ifrit and then Fenrir. So, as you can see, there's my Ifrit piece. Hey, but that's also a katana, which I don't really want. You'll also notice, however, we got quite a few pieces just off of that one fight. That's why we crank it as absolutely high as we do with regards to the difficulty. Looks like one piece. So Leviathan. I keep getting Leviathan gear, I swear to God. Also, this stuff can have extremely high affinities. I don't remember the caps, but this is where you get the really, really, really high affinity stuff. And that's the grind. So, get the crystals to redo the missions, to get way more crystals, to upgrade your gear, to then get the job to the right thing, to get through Rift 21, in order to then be able to access Lufenia difficulty, to then be able to hit this mission. There's actually several missions that do this. In order to be able to stun lock a boss several times in order to be able to do this. And then you grind out Relic Gear, and then you have Relic Gear. Now, I am curious about something. But before we get into all of that, here's my problems with all of that. First of all, that is grindy. Let me just start by saying that. The fact that I haven't gotten a single piece of Relic Gear that I actually want is all I need to say about that. The fact that I am doing such a piddling amount of damage when I go back to do other stuff is also semi-indicative. Like, I need these extra stat boosts, and apparently the stat boosts are going to be substantial. The moment I get any Relic Gear, it's apparently going to be a substantial increase in output. I would know. I haven't gotten any yet. But we've got a combination of issues we're running into here. First is obviously the grind itself. The second is walkthroughitis. Think about everything I just did. I finally took my own advice and decided to treat this like Octopath Traveler, which is why I looked up a bunch of stuff. I spent a non-insubstantial amount of time perusing threads, perusing the spreadsheet. There's actually several spreadsheets out there, by the way. And Reddit posts and all. Yeah, I had to go digging to really figure out how any of that works. Once we're there, I'm kind of with it. As usual, my primary issue is how little the game informed me of any of the stuff that I could have done. One of the biggest frustrations I kept having yesterday was that the reason I was defaulting to support was because I could not keep up in gear, and it was clearly and obviously gear. I was getting one-shot by everything, and I was doing no damage to anything. So, what am I doing wrong? Well, I just didn't have the gear. Well, why didn't I have the gear? And that's the thing, is I didn't actually know. There was a blank hole there in my knowledge. Now that I know, it's like, oh, okay. This is how this works. This is how this lines up. Sure. But none of this stuff is properly conveyed. And again, I still don't know why Relic Gear is such a boost in output. Anyways, this is why I was on until 3 in the morning. Was figuring all this out and then getting the cycle working. Now, if you would permit me, I'd like to test something. Because I'm curious how what I just did works in a group. Also, negative to game for having co-op, obviously. Well, I'm sure it was tested. I don't know if this is a Neo thing. Like, I actually legitimately... I'm showing as oh! God damn, thank you. Visible. Visible. Yeah, exactly. I don't like when I can't tell why I'm behind the curve. That's a personal thing. Obviously, I do objectively think it's bad for review purposes. But I do... I just don't enjoy that sensation. I don't enjoy not knowing why I'm not contributing, why I'm not doing what I should be doing, right? Like, that's not an enjoyable sensation. Now, so, Bladeval says he hasn't unlocked this, which is actually kind of good. I know that sounds strange, but because I want to test this, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and select mission. Stymied. There it is. Yep, nope, we're good. And we are at 120. 120, I believe, is the equivalent of Rift Floor 101. Apparently, Rift Floor 201 is when they stop scaling. For anybody who's curious. Yeah, exactly. I like having feedback.
This place clean.
So I can know when I've screwed up and how to fix it.
Be ready for
It's part of that feedback problem we've actually talked about a lot lately.
Leon, hold on!
Jed!
Here it comes!
Perfect. That's more or less exactly what I was expecting. Now this will warp you. It should warp you. There it goes.
Get up!
I'll remember that.
Okay.
Your time's up! Got you now!
Feel free to do whatever. I got him stun locked. It is going faster. That's nice. Wow, his health is actually going down before his break. That's funny. So the biggest thing I'm wondering about is what kind of gear drops you both get here.
Breathtaking.
Because this is essentially guaranteed chance to get relics right here. The way we have this set up. Like, I just got another one, 3. It looks like 3. So, yeah, I just got 3 relics right there. So you actually got the relics too? Nice. Okay, that is one of the things I was wondering. And again, it's a huge chunk of all of the basic resources. I'm still not 100% sure how Mannequin works. It's said in-game that Mannequin just takes the place of other stuff in the smithy. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Let's see. Did we get anything good? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Damn it, it's Phoenix, though. See, that's the problem, is at this point, the only thing... Like, it's like, oh, hey, it's a relic, but it's the wrong blessing. I need the right blessing. What do we get here? Titan... Alexander. It's nice, but it's a gun. Odin. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So let's see what this does. So okay. So if you look on the right there, I despite the fact that this helmet is a downgrade in every way, this will increase my strength by 63. That is double. That is literally doubling my strength. Apparently, Lunarian is a job. That's interesting. Anything else here? Nope. So let's make sure... We're back to the fedora. Okay, Helm of Light is locked. Good. So let me hit the smithy. Get rid of all this crap. Agreed, Rex. Like, what that essentially is bad luck prevention. And I'm always in favor of bad luck protection. Not just because my loot luck is terrible, but just because it's good design, right? Good, hold on with that. Yeah, that as well. Okay. So let me upgrade that hat I just got really quick. Sorry this is taking so long. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why I needed 8,000 anima crystals, it was to crank everything to 500. Now... Here's some. Yeah, here we go. So change special effect, hat. Let's change this to luck. All damage dealt. And break damage dealt. Yeah, I got a billion of everything because I've been dismantling this entire time. So I'm kind of flush on resources. Which is nice. Thank you, Rex. And Blade Taval for making sure that I am flush on resources. There we go. Okay, okay. So let's try another round. Let's see how different that is, if you'll permit me. Whenever you're ready, no rush. And yeah, it's going to sound strange, but one of the things I liked most about Sekiro was the fact that all of this was not present in Sekiro. It was all boss and level design, especially level design. Yeah, remember I'll be yanking you, so boop.
Hurt to take a look.
Right behind you, Jack.
There you are.
Let's make this entertaining.
Yeah, I will admit, this part I'm doing right now probably looks pretty easy. This was actually the hardest part for me, memorizing this route. Because I don't know about you guys, it's really dark on my screen, and really hard to tell where I'm going, especially given how samey this cave looks. And of course, anything that taps me kills me instantly. And yank.
Get up.
I owe you one. What's that?
Oh, that is much better, instantly. I almost doubled my damage right there. Wow. Thank you for the sub, Magister. Always appreciate. Give me a second, because if I stop attacking, we're all dead.
Hit him where it hurts.
Jackpot. Okay. The best thing, so I don't know if I've actually said this out loud. Me and my friends plan to do a co-op run of this game someday. I'm going to keep all of my setup for this so that when we get to this point, I can drag them through what we just did and get them some endgame gear. So, Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2, Hatch Within. You got it. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Ifrit. Ooh, yes. New sword. So now you want... You could see the RNG here. And I admit, I'm not a huge fan of the RNG, so let's talk this out. You need the right item to drop. You needed to have the right blessing. And then you needed to have the right affinities. Now, that's actually it. Everything else is malleable with the smithy system. But you need those three things. That's 3 separate dice rolls. Let's see. Titan. Another Titan. Not too bad, I guess. Shiva. Meh. Ramu. You know what I should do? It just occurred to me. I should... This is it. This is the moment when I should finally use Auto Dismantle. Oh yeah, please do, Rex, when you get a moment. Because at this point in time, anything below Relic is completely worthless to me. So... I need it to be rarity. So, even lower, I think, is what I want. I think that's how that rule works. Maybe? You know what, let's just test it. Let's just test it. If you'll forgive me an indulgence, because I'm kind of trying to figure that out still. Also, I've got a few mastery points. Yeah, I kind of missed another bit of grind. Another thing I had to do was go and do more unlocky stuff for my jobs to be able to dump more master points in it. Because master points are capped based on, I'm not sure what exactly, but I could tell that when you do the limit unlock thing, it doesn't just raise its level, it also raises its mastery level per category. Sorry, let me explain what I mean by that. So if you look at the top here, Category 1, there's a max amount of points you can put into Category 1. And if you look at the individual thing, there's a max amount of points you can put into an individual thing. Apparently that is also raised when you limit unlock a class. I don't know the relation between those two. But that's a thing. And so running around unlocking Berserker even more to increase my luck and affinity and, of course, drop rate even more was something else I did off camera. Okay. City. Let's get through this manually. Easy enough. Okay, so let's test this auto dismantle and see if it does anything. Because yeah, I could get even more refining here. I could say anything that isn't a relic and also is below 200% or whatever the percent is on the affinity. The spreadsheet tells the specifics of which items have which max percentages.
Couldn't hurt to take a look.
Let's dive right in then. We got company.
Come on, follow me.
By the way, I've also discovered their their fireballs can home really well. There have been times when I've been going down a corridor and the fireball has curved with the corridor to hit me.
Hold on.
It's kind of funny to watch, if I'm being honest. A little irritating, but it is funny.
I'll remember that.
Walk on his freaking blitz ball. Oh, you see what I mean, by the way?
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
Don't worry, we got this.
Oh, I don't have mana. Okay, so we totally cannot kill this thing legit, so I need to probably die, honestly.
Didn't like that.
Unless I can get mana going.
Get up!
Thanks.
Do it! There we go. Okay, we're good. Jesus. Something was preventing me from casting Adrenaline. No, I don't mean my mana. I mean, like, something was just straight up preventing me from casting. Like a solid second there.
Hit him where it hurts!
How we hit they dirt.
Okay, so I got a Radiant Lance, a Banded Headband, and Dauntless Gauntlets. And 2 more things. So I got 5 items. Let's see. Oh my god, of course it is Act Dog. So let's see what it dismantles. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, it kept that. Good. Okay, so it's keeping artifact stuff as well, which I don't actually care about. Is there a way to set for affinity, maybe? God, I keep getting the wrong thing. Ramuh, Sylph, Leviathan. No. Okay, hang on. What'd you do, Blade Devil? Or what'd you get? Okay, so... Sure, whatever. All parameters. Is there like a... Nah, it doesn't work. Oh, nice, Blade Devil. Yeah, that sounds pretty legit. That's not gonna work, is it? Damn. What? You know what it is? I just realized. They didn't program auto dismantle to take into account later stuff. So there's no summon option here at all because that's something they patched in and they never patched the auto dismantle. Ah, well, I'm just going to leave it at that. Anything that isn't relic or artifact is complete junk, so I'll do the rest manually. So what else do we get? Leviathan Spear. Nice, nice. I'm getting a decent number of relic weapons. None of them are what I want. Oh yeah, I just realized, sorry, it's actually 4 rolls of the dice. You want the right item, you want the right summon, you want the 2 correct affinities. And I guess that's it. But you get the idea. One more run. Because I do kind of want to get some gear so I can go do the actual plot stuff today. I'd love to actually beat this game today so that we can finish as a group. That would be something I would enjoy. This is also going extraordinarily faster with the group. Thank you, Rax and Blade, Jabal. Part of why I was so irritable last night was because every single run was like a 5-minute slog, which doesn't sound like a long time, but imagine spending 5 minutes to maybe get 1 pull of loot, of just mashing.
Should be a good time.
I'm counting on you.
Of just mashing Y over
Time
and
to go to
over
work.
and over for 5 minutes. Everything I saw said that once you get your first started getting relic gear, it'll speed up tremendously. I figured you were asleep, but it was pretty late. But the thing is, again, and my loot luck continues. I just wasn't getting relic gear. I wasn't getting any Odin or Alexander or Ifrit or Fenrir stuff. Keep in mind, that's not a small number of summons I could have gotten, and I wasn't getting any of them. Plus that I can contribute now. I can stun lock stuff. I accidentally did one of the missions with all of these options on. I had to turn those back off. You probably don't even notice because of how this is set up, but one of the options I currently have set up is every time we get hit, we gain a status effect, and status effects last like 5 times as long.
Breathtaking.
That can include things like Paralyze and Petrify. And Silence, which prevents you from using abilities. Which I suppose makes sense, but... Come on. Ah! Physical damage applies buildup of a debuff which causes vulnerability to all attacks. Ooh, so that's what Odin does. Oh my god. Hang on. What does Alexander do then? Ah, I keep getting crap! Why? Why does my loot look like this? Why? Like, can I have more than one piece of relic gear? Just more than one. That's all I'm asking. I suppose I should at least customize this stupid sword. The one thing I did get. could just do drop rate. Nah, let's not do that. That's not even a big percentage on that blessing. It's only 574% too. Come on, just give me one other piece of relic here. Just one. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, please. I haven't seen anything Alexander drop. I just noticed that. Or Fenrir, while we're on the subject. I hope you guys are getting something during this. Meanwhile, they're like, yeah, we've gotten 15 new suits. Take your time, Bladeville. There's no real rush. I have a feeling we're actually really close to the end based on what I've seen. Yeah, I'm holding on to all my relic stuff because there's other, builds, other options I could do in the future, right? Right now, I want Odin or Alexander, but eventually I might want Leviathan or Sylph or whatever. I really wish there were ways to look up what each summon did. I know what they do for stats, that's what the spreadsheet shows, but like what they do. Like the fact that Odin debuffs or vulns. Yes, says Miristar. Assuming the servers are up, because it's a Tuesday and that's patch day. For like every MMO ever. Oh my god, I could borrow money today! I should do that. Yeah, soon I will be in more debt than ever. Actually, there is a very logical reason why Tuesday. It's very simple to think about. It's like this, okay? You never do a patch on a Friday, first and foremost. The users, whether this is a video game or just a basic software, they are going to come home and they want to be like, ah, thank God, I can chill and relax and do something. So you don't do it on Friday because they're going to be screwed up if anything goes wrong. And you don't do it on Friday for you, the developer, because if anything goes wrong, nobody wants to come in late on the weekends or on Friday night to deal with that, right? So that's why you don't do Friday. You don't do Saturday or Sunday, because that's the weekends. And you don't do Monday. I think that's Friday.
Take a look.
And you don't do Monday, because Monday is your first day back when everyone's still kind of processing and dealing with stuff. Which means the options are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And of those, it makes the most sense to put it at the beginning, as far to the beginning of work week as you can, so that you have as much time to deal with whatever has gone wrong as possible.
Jack!
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll just pop a Phoenix Down, whatever, bye.
I'd have better match.
We've had worse than this.
That's it. That's why it's Patch Tuesday. Microsoft actually established that norm. Believe it or not.
I've got a sinking feeling.
Don't worry, we got this!
Ooh, that was actually a little close. I am hitting much harder, though. That is noticeably. Like, I've basically doubled my damage. I'm with that, and I'm not with that. Look at that. Look at those numbers. That's one piece of relic here. Only I could get a second piece of relic here. So I should mention one other thing I became aware of. You know that invincibility mode, which also is basically a walkthrough-itis thing if you think about it? Invincibility mode works on pretty much everything except for two things. If you have the dragon trials up, which we do, and if you are going above floor 21 in in the tower. So you can do the ridiculous majority of stuff in this game with the invincibility mode on. I'm not sure if it works in DLC 3. I very deliberately tried not to look into DLC 3 because I don't want to spoil myself. Like I said, I didn't even see the cutscene that unlocked this until today. But yeah. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? Fenrir. Well, but I already have Ifrit. Why is my primary blessing Odin? Oh, because that's the highest percent I have. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Odin! Odin! Yes! 2 pieces of Odin gear. Holy crap. Okay, okay, let's grab those. What else do I get? An axe with Sylph! What the hell is Sylph? Actually, you know what? I just realized I could very jury rig this. I think the blessing, specifically that thing in the lower right, comes from whatever your highest is. I don't know if equipping multiple of the same thing stacks that. I am apparently wrong, because according to Rax... Well, I don't even have Ifrit. Oh, here we go. Okay, when activating a combo ability from a normal attack, press X at the right moment to increase ability bars. That's Ifrit. Okay, so hang on. So let's do Fenrir. Avoiding an enemy attack will with evade invincibility. Sorry, after avoiding an enemy attack with evade invincibility, your next ability cost will reduce MP. Will cost reduced MP and is guaranteed to be a crit. Sylph enables you to evade more quickly during an attack, and evading refills your break. Phoenix no longer consumes a potion to revive an ally. In addition, inflicting enough damage will grant you an effect that automatically revives you the next time you're knocked out. Nice. I already saw Sylph. What else do we have here? That's Ifrit. Titan. Yeah, sure, whatever. Meh. Switch back to that. Odin. I do like hitting things very hard. Because I just realized I can do this too. There's Leviathan. Oh, wow, do I not have... I haven't got any relic boots at all. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so... Ifrit is the timing attack. Odin is the Vuln. Shiva, critical damage causes buildup of the slow debuff. Oh. Ramu, normal attacks will recover additional MP based on your max MP. In addition, combo abilities cause buildup of paralysis. Leviathan, increase MP recovery and an MP gained on successful soul shield or soul burst. I would have pictured Leviathan to be the block summon, but there we are. We'll go with Odin for obvious reasons. Yeah, Ramu actually looks pretty mean too. Yeah, our Odin is now 1400%. And we apparently want that much higher than that. And apparently, I believe it's 999% is the max per item. That obviously requires some ridiculous RNG. Excuse me. You know, I guess that's it. Never mind. I was going to say something, but I was wrong. Oh yeah, I also noticed something else. I don't know what's doing this, but something about Relic Gear gives you a ton of Ultima and Evoker affinity. Have you noticed that? Like, our affinity with those have suddenly got up to 700% and 1100%. You see? I don't know what exactly is doing it, but it's something about Relic Gear pushes these. Yay! We can get Ultima and Evoker effects. Ooh, that actually sounds really good to go to. Okay, let's do another round here. Gotcha.
This should be a good time.
I'm counting on you.
Come on.
Actually,
Time to go to
this
work.
time. Not be stupid.
Jed!
Ooh. He wanted that. Yeah, I don't know what this looks like to you. On my OLED, this is basically walking around in pitch black at sometimes. Well, pitch black is an exaggeration, but it's very dark. I need to yank your corpses. There we go.
On your feet.
Oh, embarrassing.
Your time's up.
Nice! Now we're talking!
Stay on your toes!
Not really, Linares, no.
Jackpot.
Ooh, another two-hander. We keep getting two-handers too, I notice. I'm not complaining. It's interesting. Why not? Because I know how to take care of my monitors? I don't know, Linares. Even if I do get a little of a burn, which is inevitable on every modern monitor, it's not going to be particularly bad as long as you do basic upkeep. Look, Greatsword is nice. Okay, I don't know what you want from me. When you're staggering the enemy. That was how I almost killed the Warrior of Light. Okay, what do we get? Fenrir. I'm curious what Fenrir is. Oh, never mind, I already read that one. Back to Odin. So, most modern monitors have what's called a pixel saver mode. Ooh, Ifrit. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's actually really simple. What it does is it adjusts the entire screen around, like, by 1 or 2 pixels every few minutes. It's a good way to help prevent that kind of burnout. Oh, hello. An Odin sword. Hang on. Let's go to the smithy really quick. Oh, our first Alexander gear, too. I want to look at that. Where was that Odin sword? Odin sword. Skybreaker? What's Skybreaker? Oh yeah, just why not? Also, I noticed none of these would give me the affinities I want at all, but at this point I'm not sure it matters. As awful as that sounds. I mean, obviously it's nice eventually for the full build, but like, right now... What is improved effect in I don't even care. Whatever. Oh, I have no idea, Linares. I have not a Samsung. I forget what it actually is. I did have to. I will say this. I did have to buy a completely separate, like a developer remote control to access all the options that it doesn't tell you to. I would look into that because, like, the default controller, which is this thing, doesn't give all that. Okay, so now Is that better now that we've done all that? Still not as better as I would think. It is better. I'll take it. Is it a command ability? Skybreaker, huh? Sure, we'll try that out. Why not? This is not a terrible idea or anything. This is a terrible idea. We're all about to die. Alright,
Couldn't hurt to take a look.
Let's dive right in then.
There's one.
Time to go to work.
I've looked at my freaking sword. Oh no, oh no.
What's that?
Okay, we're okay. God damn it.
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
Danger!
Don't give up, Jet. We'll be here forever at this rate.
Interesting. That Skybreaker was the lunge.
Breathtaking.
I think I like the other one better. Oh, there's our first Alexander piece. Alexander, on successful parry, inflicts a debuff that decreases enemy strength, agility, stamina, intellect, spirit, and luck. Interesting. On successful hit, the enemy goes and cries for a long, long time. On parry, enemy goes, aww. Oh yeah, that's the drip right there. Behold. Well, I've got a full suit of relic gear. So, let's see. We could actually progress, unless you guys want a few more rounds. I'll let you decide, Blade Devil. You can do one or two more. I'm down with whatever. I'm easy. Couple tacos, I'm good to go. You know what? Sell your collections on Patreon. No, I'm good. But you could sell your stuff on Patreon. No, I'm good. Hey, Zeiss. No, ironically, I was smart enough. Yeah, that's a good point, Raven. Out the window. Woo! I mean, I can do that while we're waiting for Rax here. What is not upgraded? Oh, I got a Bahamut. What is that? Spears? Daggers? Area 500. Well, the good news is we all have high level gear. Apparently not, Rex. It's okay. We forgive you. Maybe. Hi, Blue Felix. Oh god, Dr. Winter asked me something and I can't remember what it was. Do you remember what you asked, Dr. Winter? I'd go look, but if I did, I'd die.
Come on.
I don't stand a chance.
Chicken flavored mocha. I could see that. Chocolate chicken's a thing, right?
What's that?
What? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Killed by the doodads. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Find a better match.
We're just getting warmed up.
First reminder, everything here will kill me in one hit, instantly and effortlessly.
I've got to
I don't know how you're supposed to hang at this level, legitimately. I really don't.
This sucks.
Jack!
Got it, Jack.
Like, again, this is equivalent of Rift 100. People farm Rift 200. How do you hang at Rift 100? This stuff can hit this hard.
Looks like that hurts.
Unless we're just talking the ultra, no really super ridiculous optimization of gear. But even that, I don't know, man. So Blade Taval said we should do 2 more, of which that was 1. And then we'll go ahead and try things. So a quick check to see if we got anything new. Different. Also, Carbuncle. That's a little weird, Linnerth, but I don't know medicine like at all, so don't ask me. All abilities that can be used in other slots can now be set into the after parry combo slot as well. In addition, successful parries restore mana. Interesting. Nothing is as bad as Type 0. Nothing! Actually, I don't know. Someday we'll review the FFs and then we'll actually decide which one is actually at the bottom. Type 0 might be in the running, though. Like 2, 3, 13, Type 0.
This'll be a walk in the park. We got company.
Come on, follow me.
Not sure anything else would challenge that at the bottom. Probably just forgetting something. I'm not counting the Saga games. Those aren't epic games.
Stay on your toes!
Waff? Waff is inoffensive. I'm not a big fan of it. All the Bravest isn't a video game, it's a screensaver. That's not even hyperbole. Remember when that was the worst we thought mobile games were going to be? But admittedly, I've never played Type O without cheats. The biggest sins I would lay at Type O, though, obviously not counting gameplay for obvious reasons,
Getting desperate.
is a lot of execution issues. I mean, if you remember the lore run, we were making fun of the cutscenes a lot for a reason. Switch off the Skybird. Thinking I'm doing the other one and it's not there. Also the ending. I actually enjoy the plot of Type 0. And there's some interesting stuff in it. The characters aren't, which is not a great thing. And again, that ending, that entire outro is just, what? Well, that's why I had to clarify the outro, because that's... Okay, real quick. Let's fix this so I'm using the right ability again. Damn. I probably do. I'm told a lot of those are in this game. But I don't off the top of my head, no. Alright. God. Oh, nice, Blade Duvall. Yeah, that too. Rax. See, I'm just giving all my loot luck to you guys. You go ahead and have all the good loot. I will make do. Like, I don't have... To explain this for the viewers at home who don't understand, I don't have anything I actually want right now, really. Like, I got a primary blessing to Odin. That's good. And I've gotten relic gear, which boosts my stat, which is good. But I don't have the correct relic gear in terms of blessing, about half of them. And I don't have any of the affinities I want. I have gotten really bad affinities for the most part. Like, my highest affinity right now is Mage. And even that's not at 600%. Like, look at my random-ass affinities. Raider is only just because I have it equipped. Gambler, what? Thief, Ronin, Marauder. None of these are at 250, by the way. Voker, which I do actually want, down at 400. Ninja, Warrior, Knight, you gotta get it. Just all this crap. Anyways. One more. Just to lock it in. This is it. This is it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get something awesome. One of us is gonna get something. I mean, I guess Blade Taval. Someone other than Blade Taval is gonna get something awesome. This is it. This is it. I can feel it. Oh, excuse me. That's true.
Let's go.
Statistically speaking, every gambler
Come on.
quit before they had a pick. It depends, Linearuth. Like, recessions aren't fun. Now let's just phrase it that way. Depressions, those are terrible for everybody.
Jack!
They moved weird that time. I've never seen them flank me like that before.
Might be in big trouble.
Just keep hitting them. We're in for it now.
We're just getting warmed up.
This.
God damn it. There we go. Now let me get this pop up. Don't mind me. I just realized, by the way, and I can't be the only one who finds this as amusing as I do, I am functionally tanking right now. That's right, even in Type 0, I found a way to tank.
Stay on your toes.
Jack.
Or not Type 0, goddamn it, Stranger in Paradise. Whatever this game's called. Whatever this game is, I don't know. They're all the same game anyways. Ooh, fist weapons. Alright, last look. Here it is. This is it. This is it. I'm feeling it. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Bahamut. Interesting. Titan. Meh. Meh, I say. Hello, Titan. Grants an effect that nullifies a certain amount of damage based on the amount of time the enemy is targeting you. Interesting. I remember when I was making a lot of fun of the Type 0 intro. And people were really upset about that because they thought I was mocking the game for being terrible. For the record, I don't apologize for that because I wasn't. I was having fun with the game, as several of my more, regulars actually recognized. Oh, the war documentary thing is great. No, I meant the opening cutscene. You know the one. Okay. Let's do this first. Ramu fists. Jeez. Okay, so since we're never getting any of this crap ever again, I might as well actually upgrade what we got here. Yeah. I love how I keep getting these chaos effects or whatever, and they're all crap. Do they just have a higher cap than other effects? Is that what that is? Like, I have to imagine that, because I notice you can't add Roman numeral builders. You can only get rid of them. But God, like, all of them. I just keep getting the worst specific suffixes, or whatever you want to call those. Be replaced, because you're all worthless. Like, holy damage taken reduced. Okay, I might actually hold on to that, actually. But... strike resistance. Ooh. Oh, break damage would be nice, yeah. Damn it, Zeiss. I knew it. You specifically got rid of Bregwin's name. Just to spite her. Okay. So, yeah, let's actually hit up the plot. Let's turn off all this nonsense. Where's Bregway here? Where are you, Bregway? Oh, here we go. Bregwoon. Okay, I'm basically going to keep the same overall build and just kind of try to be a stun locker and a breaker. We'll see if this works out. Oh, actually, hang on. Sorry, there's one other thing I want to do. Sorry. Switch this to Sage. Okay, I'm blind. Press to toggle between black and white. Use to toggle between black and white. And then cast a chosen spell. What's the difference? What's the difference between these two? I mean, that unlocks raise. But, like, you see it, right? This says press and this says use. And that's the only difference up top. I'm so confused by that. Like, it's such a minor thing, it doesn't matter, but, like, why did they change the wording on that? Anyways. So that unlocks Raise, and that unlocks Meteor. Using that will reduce your max MP. Why would you ever use that? Oh, look, this, I guess. I can't argue that. Alright. Sage, here we go. Let's just do a few of these really quick. Hey! Oh yeah, we'll go with that Phoenix one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, that feels good. Phoenix no longer uses a potion to revive an ally, which is going to be extremely helpful for the support role I've been doing. And doing enough damage gives you an automatic res. And then, obviously, this is something I probably won't get to use, because I'm probably still not geared enough to actually hang with the content I'm currently at. We'll find out. I have a full suit of relic gear. It's not good relic gear, but it's a full suit of relic gear. Let's see how this works. Diablo 3 actually has a lot of... Oh, take your time, Blitwell. Diablo 3 actually has a lot of bad luck protection in its design. Almost every piece of gear that drops, like even grays, for God's sake, or whites, excuse me, is useful for something. And there's mechanisms in the game to not only replace a suffix, but also then to re-roll the suffix. And then there's like the God, there's actually so much. There's the way rifts work, there's the way the bounties work, there's the way the greater rifts work, there's the whatcha-fig gems you get, shards or whatever, which you can then use to straight up just buy items which have an extremely high chance to get oranges, greens, and artifact gear, and so forth and so on. Yeah, Diablo 3 is interesting because it's a game very similar to these. It's a loot 'em up, right? Obviously, there's different types of loot 'em ups, but it is a loot 'em up. But it has a lot of mechanisms in place to try and help the player to get what they actually want, which is rare from a loot 'em up in my experience. Most loot 'em ups, like say Borderlands is another good example, they just want you to go and run in a circle for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours in order to get what you want. Whereas in most Diablo 3 runs I've done, and I've done quite a few, including the one we did on camera, I tend to get something at least leaning towards what I want. You know, I can start working on my build pretty early on because of all those systems that are in place to say, oh, hang on. This is good enough. Replace this, swap this, get this, boom, and I can start on my build. There's a thing in Diablo 3 which will turn a weapon type into a set item of that weapon type. To explain that a little bit, if I'm a necromancer and I put a chest piece in there, I will get a necromancer set piece back out, right? Like that's the kind of bad luck protection that exists in Diablo 3. To name a specific example. Might not be the set you want, but this is one of the problems Diablo 2 had. Did you know, I think I talked about this during the lore run, I didn't know that Diablo 2 had set items for a really long time, because those suckers are rare in Diablo 2. Like, really rare. True, Blue Helix, that is also valid. I think I still have D3 installed. Too true, Kraken-san. Yeah, Rune Words. Oh my god, Rune Words. Rune Words are a whole other thing in D2. Rune Words are very, very much, you gotta walk through, right? Because nothing at all indicates what to do with Rune Words in D2 in the game. Hell, something I pointed out, because I wasn't even sure when we went through the remaster on stream recently, nothing even tells you get that respec, or that you get 1 respec per difficulty. What's that? You screwed up your build? Oh well. Back in the day, I used to, on D2, when I do the local runs, the LAN equivalents, me and my friends had a few bank characters who just had charms, excuse me, that had infinite sprint and increased move speed. And that was it. But we always held on to those for whenever we replayed it, whenever we started a new run. It's like, hang on. Okay, let's go. It was the one cheat we used every single time. Yeah, I remember the first time I ever did a spirit build on Necromancer. I didn't enjoy it very much, but boy, God, nothing could stop it. I just ran over everything. Yeah, D2, you can get through normal difficulty as anything on anything. The moment you hit whatever the second difficulty is, Nightmare, I think. Have fun. What's that? You're a fire sorceress? Go home. But yeah, most games, including D3, reach a point where you have to get to micro optimization, where you need like 4 successful dice rolls in a row to actually improve your gear. In D3, it's usually when you start to get to the point of where you need a very, very specific combo of the artifact gear or artifact sets that you already have. Like, you've got the build, you've got the items, now you just need an even better version of the items that you already have. I don't enjoy that part of these kind of games. Like, by the time, because I've reached that point in several games like this, including Diablo 3. And when I hit that point, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I have successfully gotten as far as I wanted to on this character. Four socket monarchs. Yeah, have fun with that. It's all FF10's fault. FF10 broke me on micro-optimization. Nice, Blade Ball. This should be fun. Okay, the metropolis where the Lufanians once lived, monitoring the world's light and darkness. Though it boasted a highly developed culture and prosperous as a location connecting numerous periods in time, it fell overnight to the hands of a single Lufanian. While wearing the mask of a god, this Lufanian decries their existence. The technology is divine.
The Lufanians call this place Central, and the mastermind of this plot should be somewhere deeper inside.
Screw your chairs! Screw your chairs! Okay. I don't actually know, Dakota. Oh, Jesus, Phaethon. Okay.
We got company.
Be ready for anything.
Ooh, okay. It's not terrible.
Hurry up, try it on. Have a look at this.
Oh my god, they're mannequins.
Breathtaking.
Game, I know you're already connecting to Dissidia, but like, they're actually called mannequins. And yes, I did, Rax, on the loading screens. We don't see it in the co-op mode, but I did see it on the world map.
Come on.
Come on, follow me.
He'll move again? Probably. Here it comes! Watch out!
Although the beasts you see here might look familiar, I can sense that they are far from home. Be careful, Kupo.
Interesting. Does that mean there's something out there besides Lufenia?
Kupo.
Not answered. Well, the good news is I'm actually doing a pretty decent job of hanging here, which is nice. This is officially the very first time I've actually been hanging in this entire playthrough without, you know, being constantly on the verge of death. It's not a complaint, it's just a statement of observation.
That was rough.
At least we have time to take a breather.
Gilgamesh is somewhere nearby. Touching rifts will imbue your monster bell with magic power. Fight by Gilgamesh's side? What? The will of harmony exists within me. The will she left behind longs for a stable future. If that be the case, I shall serve that will in place of the two departed gods. I was born from it, after all. Oh god, where's Rax? Where's Rax? Oh no! Rax! Rax! No! Alright, whatever, I'll join you in purgatory.
Treasure, huh?
It's all garbage. Mannequins of Flans. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, I don't know. This is all new to me. I do like the brickwork of this place. I've noticed the brickwork in this game, at least for me, is very hit or miss. Although, I'm going to be honest with you, I've reached the point in my gaming career where seeing anything ruined automatically lowers my enjoyment of a particular thing. Because it's ruins. I've seen ruins before. A lot, one might say. Oh, I know where we are. Okay, so let's not fall this time. That was a loop. I think I saw a way to go up here. I could be wrong. Yep, nope, here we go. Release is an enemy. Oh god, the Dragon Age 2 carrots.
That was quick.
You look almost disappointed, Jack.
Speaking of which, I've got this new story idea about ruins in a post-apocalypse. Sorry. Okay. Okay, was that a chest?
There you
It's a world of ruin. I've noticed I'm not as bored of the ruins I've already seen, if that makes any sense. But, like, there's so many ruins. Ruins. In so many, like, it was one of the biggest issues I had with Devil May Cry 5, if you remember. Was that almost all, like, a huge portion of that game's level design is, here's a chunk of destroyed ruins. Either that or organogross.
This dimension is hurtling toward a terrible future. But I'm here to set it back on course to the tomorrow it deserves. The tomorrow where I came from, Kupo.
Dissidia.
My future is mine to make.
This is a Lufenium facility, right? What happened here?
Originally, Lufenia had forbidden Central from directly manipulating the dimensions. That is, until you came and changed everything.
No! That was dialogue.
Target? Set these monsters loose as their first step toward regaining control of this place, Kupo.
Oh no, I'm not like trying to bash Devil May Cry 5. It's a fantastic game. It's just it was the first time I remember noticing, you know, this just looks like another ruined city. And then I couldn't stop noticing it. You know what I mean? It's just everywhere. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, now how do I reread that dialogue? Oh, I can't. Can I? Maybe items? No, probably not. Archives. Archives. What? What? Okay, well, that lore's gone. Why is... I'm confused. Whatever. Oh, I have no idea, Linnea Ruth. To this day, the miracle of Andor getting greenlit is something I don't fully understand. The darkness and the light of this world are powerful indeed, but they're not yet enough. If they're to hold dominion over my home, they must win the approval of one who is equal to the gods and must themselves possess divine authority. A soul equal to the gods in the godless world. I'll furnish the Dragon King, that he might bestow his blessing on them. He knows well man's ferocity in the face of despair and should gladly help them in their struggle. And then, with the Dragon Queen's favor, light and darkness may both find the seed of divinity within reach. Hang on, guys. I seem to have some kind of barrier to my ability to progress. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but there's something. I feel a force preventing me. There's something invisible between us, Rax. You don't understand. I can't reach out to you. Okay, what the hell?
My turn.
Oh, chest.
Hope it's good.
Sorry, there's a Guinevere back there. Alright, Jumbo Cactuar. This should be fun.
We've got our work cut out for us.
Stay cool, Jed.
Okay, I cannot stagger it. Murder it, though. Jesus. I think I got a relic out of that. Yeah, one. A bunch of experience, apparently. Good lord. Listen, Rex.
Look, cubes.
Better not forget where it is.
Look, all I'm saying is, speaking personally, one of the worst feelings... I'm actually being sincere for a second. One of the worst feelings is when I'm being carried by a group. I don't like not contributing, you know what I mean? It's one of the reasons I came up with that stupid Sage setup. So I could actually be relevant.
It's a powerful magic. One that does not hail from this dimension, Kupo. Tread carefully.
Don't you not hail from this dimension? Sid? Sorry. I don't even know why I'm picking all this loot up. This is all getting mulched.
Are you the one who will be Garland?
What?
The Emperor. I had feared it might be him. Why are you here?
I saw a little white rodent scurry off into the shadows and followed along.
Oh god, this is the Dissidia Mateus, isn't it?
To think that it would guide me here, where the powers of the crystal mingle with the chaos of discord. It truly is a moving sight. This place is now under my dominion. Rejoice to kneel before me.
I knew you'd start spouting bullshit the second I saw you. You've got the look.
Okay. All right. No respect for the drip, am I right?
It's useless. Fade from existence.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Nothing but violence. Cannot help but lash out at gifts offered him. I suggest you accept your fate with a smile.
You're right. Violence is all I know. And it's all I need to get rid of you.
You have courage, if nothing else. Very well. You are blind before you kneel!
We've got a hard road ahead of us.
We got this! We got this!
I'm ready.
Take back everything. Back to support.
May you never awaken.
Very good. This world has power worthy indeed. Power worthy of my command.
Get back here!
I sure hope so, Triaxia. It depends on how much money it made with Earth.
Wasn't much of a fight.
The Emperor's presence is troubling. But we should focus on stopping the Lufenian first, Kupo.
That guy seemed pretty full of himself. Just who is he?
A man who thinks only of conquering others with monsters and magic. Now it seems I've brought his ambition to this world, Kupo.
Okay. What? Oh, here we go. That did not look like a ramp. Up here, up here. I love that, by the way. We're handling, you know, we just had a conversation about how I'm actually contributing. Mateus shows up and literally one-shots me. Just straight one-shots me. I didn't even get a chance to really process what hit me. It was just, oh, you're dead. Oh. Okay. And that's why those grind negatives exist, by the way. Gear barriers are not something I'm a huge fan of, especially given how RNG the gear is in this game. If you remember, we were really rigging the system to get the gear that we've already got. I do like dubstep, though, so I'm okay with that.
There's one.
Come on, follow me. This looks good.
Lucky.
That looks bad.
Holy elemental. Dubstep and Latin chanting together at last.
This good in a while.
I'll take that.
That's all.
Learned a couple things from that one.
This is not Garland from the realm of battle, but his strength is none the lesser. Were he some waifish warrior, I would have squashed him like a fly. The power of chaos, though, is intriguing, as I suspected. With it, one could wreak untold destruction and bloodshed on the worlds, leaving them in a mire of despair, yet this Garland lacks imagination. He uses his talents only for brutish battle. The time and place may change, perhaps the two are not so different after all. Also, that was a missive from Redacted. You missed that. Quick. Yeah, totally not Mateus. Requires a key. Okay. We miss.
The Emperor knew the name Garland just as Gilgamesh did. A memory from a different time, perhaps?
You just might be right, people.
Says the Moogle from frickin' Dissidia.
Things just got interesting.
Let's go.
Let's make this entertaining. Breathtaking.
This one's mine.
Have a look at this.
Gonna use it?
So, sorry, I forgot to tell y'all, we started playing Dynasty Warriors.
Your time's up! Ready? Shut you down! Back off! Your time's up! Incoming! Out of my sight! Stop!
Go for it, Jack!
Move aside!
Can we get the key? I wasn't even paying attention to that nonsense. Yeah, whatever.
Let's see what's inside.
Brace yourselves.
This one will test us.
Yeah. Remember the, oh, I forget what it's called. That one boss fight in FF16, which dipped into some interesting music. Okay. I had an idea where I was going. No longer do. Yeah, this is straight backtracking. We've been through here. Uh-huh. Right? Down below. Okay.
Seems the Emperor has designs on the crystal and the power of chaos. Your power. I doubt he'll stop until he has what he desires, people.
I'll deal with him the same way I do everything else.
This can't be the right way. This is where we came from originally. Okay. That literally means it can only go two ways. One is that way and the other's this way. Okay, sure. I can accept that outcome. This just... Yes, it is just. Hey, Savacom. Welcome to Totally Not the Last Dungeon. I actually don't know how far we are from the last dungeon.
Come on. This'll be...
Enemies! Enemies are everywhere!
Boring. I could do this all day. Now we've hit pay dirt.
Hurry up and try it on.
Out of my sight! Incoming! Your time's up!
Worse and better in different ways, Kitten Fan. Especially when we're talking about 3DS version.
Breathtaking.
Things just got interesting. Down! Hit him hard!
You gotta sink him, Jane.
Come on, we can do this!
I was actually explaining to my eldest the nature of why certain jokes about the water temple exist. She was watching an animation that was making fun of the water temple. And she was like, that sounds like that would be pretty frustrating back in the day. And I was like, yeah, it was. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but, you know. I'm a huge fan.
That was rough.
Sorry if I dropped the ball.
This is the one.
It is yours.
This is the one.
Oh shoot. It's the cats. The cats control the coffee. They don't get fed. Just as the of my world created an ore from which they could forge an approximation of life, so too have the Lufenians of this world created a power to rival that of the gods, who create nothingness in life. This must be causality, and delights me to no end. To think that those who reject gods will be the very same who plant the seeds of their birth. Everything needed for the future I desire is falling into place. All that's left is to claim the Lufenians' power. It is actually... I'm telling you, this is connected to Dissidia. It always has been, I'd say. Like, before we even hit the DLCs, this was much more obviously connected to Dissidia's than it was to FF1. That's not a complaint, it's just a commentary. Whoop. This... Okay, so yeah, that's that side open. Is that everything we need for the keys?
I come from a future where warriors of myriad dimensions were locked in an endless battle, Koopa.
Not have the keys.
Together, with the help
What
of
do we
two gods, they rooted out the beasts responsible for their cruel fate, bringing peace at last. On that day, they shattered the chains of conflict that bound the world, Kupo. Among those warriors was indeed a man named Garland. I know for a fact that he wasn't you.
Yeah, especially because spoiler. Oh no! No! Oh, okay.
Still, I can't help but think of him when I see you fight. I'm sure the Emperor had a similar realization, Kupo.
Check it out, Jack.
Why, Kitten Fin? Is it because it's just a HD re-remaster? Or excuse me, re-release? HD port. I mean, it's bravely default. Love the hair thing. Very unnecessary.
I'm impressed you've made it this far. Jack Garland. I see you've brought friends this time.
You.
In case you forgot. Because,
Jack,
you know, it's probably been
you
months.
cannot fathom the setbacks we've suffered. Thanks to your recklessness, your thirst for chaos. Our plans to make this world worth something lie in ruins. However, I am not one to lose heart so easily. I will expel the wicked powers you love so well. The darkness, the chaos, the mystical, and guide this lost star toward the glory Lufenia envisioned. After all, darkness exists only to be banished by the light. Wouldn't you agree?
And you think you're the light? Get your head out of your ass.
If you disagree, then perhaps this will convince you, Jack.
It's a flashbang. It's Dawn Trail.
Dimensional Matrix.
You remember? Then you also know that this crystal functions differently than yours. It can bind space, time, and matter.
Mother?
Through dimensional rifts, we can call forth phenomena from countless worlds, or erase them from existence. A demonstration.
Omega! A walking weapon whose purpose was to slay...
No.
Beings arrogant enough to call themselves gods, in any case. I despise the term either way. So, Jack Garland, here's what happens next. Omega will crush you, and wipe all trace of chaos from this world.
Time to go Larbird. So I'm gonna go support on this because this thing's probably gonna one-shot me immediately. Otherwise,
How long can you keep that pose, huh?
well, yeah, kind of like that.
Hang on, Jack! Get up!
I'm ready. Bahamut! Say your prayers!
Your reputation is well deserved.
How do you
Jack.
walk in that?
However, I can always make more.
Manic Omegas.
I knew it! The crystal is summoning those mannequins, Kupo. They'll destroy everything if we don't stop it.
I'll gladly spawn an army of these monstrosities to stamp out chaos. With this crystal and the dimensional matrix at my disposal, I can create life or take it away at will. I shall return the world to nothingness, so it may be made anew into a glorious utopia free of uncontrollable elements.
Okay.
But first, I must tear the roots of corruption from its foundation.
Okay. Cool, cool. Pressing, cool.
Better tread carefully.
Do that fast.
Oh, okay.
Not dead yet.
Jed!
Find a better match.
We've had worse than this.
On your feet.
My bad. Can you wiggle your toes?
It isn't over.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, right, I don't have my mana regen. Okay. Alright.
Neon!
Where's... Oh, God. Worth it. Worth it.
Down! Hit him hard!
This power. See ya.
Junk loot. Of course.
The worlds are lost without Lufenia to guide them. I won't leave them in the hands of such primitive power.
Too bad. You'll be dead in a few seconds.
Isn't she already dead?
At least we have you to thank for sending us down there in the first place. Good call on that one.
Just as you have endured within this dimension, so too my will shall remain. You will never be safe, so long as...
Evil exists? Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Okay.
Are you just going to leave the crystal here?
We don't need Lufenian junk.
I see. Well, that's probably for the best, Kupo.
Yeah, no, that's actually legit. I'll give you that one.
We've got work to do. Bring us home.
Work to do? You mean wait for the Warriors of Light to kill you, Kupo?
We're putting the fate of the world back in the hands of the people. Doesn't matter the cost.
But what if that means that there's no place for you and your friends anymore, Kupo?
I don't care. Chaos and strangers were never supposed to be here to begin with. No one will miss us.
In a different future, a place governed by different rules, you will live on in legend. If you had chosen to become one with Lufenia's crystal, then you would have eventually reached that tomorrow, Kupo. But you turned your back on that path. And now, you head toward a future of your own making. A future in which you will exist only in the tales of fantasy people tell, Kupo. No
Their
one will
final
know the struggle you endured. That you gave yourself to the darkness so that the light could burn on.
Good. Only light can break the chains of time.
Who, Rax?
And only light can illuminate the way to a brighter future. But not without darkness to guide it. So we have become the shadows in the night, where only the bravest may dare tread.
Do you remember me? That's right. I am Garland!
Bathe the world in your brilliance and cleanse the stain of despair from its surface. Until that happens, the cycle of chaos will repeat again and again.
You will die here, and I will live forever!
We did it! Woo! Main mission, different future. You've learned a small part of the art of replication through Battlefield. No, replication unlocked at the smithy. No! There's another? There's another mechanic that we just unlocked after killing the final boss? For the 50th time? I was just typing up my notes on the negative for the systems problem. Oh my god. Yeah, reset the clock. It has been 0 hours since the last new mechanic has been added. Okay, so what the hell? Oh my god. That uses a lot of mannequin material. Hang on. So first and foremost, let's do that. All of this crap. All this red junk. Ugh, artifact gear. Total trash. Meh. Okay, so hold on. What does replicate do? So it's literally just... I'm missing something because I don't understand what the point is of duplicating a piece of gear. Oh, I guess I could see that. Wow, that's really, 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 really micro-optimizing at that point, isn't it? Jesus. That's... Wow. Oh, ha ha ha. It's Garland's weapon from Dissidia. The cyclic greatsword. Terrible stats on it. Jesus. Oh, unfortunately, I don't think I got any cyclic armor. Or I did. Never mind. Okay, in that case, hang on, since we're probably not done, there's only one thing to do. Okay. Presets. Set as appearance. Now, a real suit, because that's all garbage. Oh gosh, I gotta remember now. This is why transmog exists, in a nutshell. In any game, really. Thankfully, it's also relatively easy to transmog, as I just demonstrated. Tells you that, but it is easy. Okay. That's a good point. You're right. I should absolutely do that. Here we go. Okay. So... yeah, different future. I guess we'll see what's next. Because we're not done, apparently. What's left? Something's left. Yeah, I just kept waiting for him to say, "I, Jack, will knock you all down." What's the issue? Jack, what are you talking about?
The worlds are lost without Lufenia to guide them.
Deja vu.
I won't leave them in the hands of such primitive power.
Too bad. You'll be dead in a few seconds.
Much better.
At least we have you to thank for sending us down there in the first place. Good call on that one.
Just as you have endured within this dimension, so too my will shall remain. You will never be safe, so long as...
Shut the fuck up.
Time for a change.
You heard him. It's time for a change. Unfortunately, I think that was me switching jobs.
Only the Supreme Ruler is fit to wield a crystal of such power.
It was me putting my controller down is what it was. Yep, there we are.
It seems to be an agreement. Now follow suit and serve me as your master.
Okay. I'm gonna suck. Just as well that I switched outfits.
It's useless.
I'm ready.
What vile creature.
Careful now!
Eyes down.
Surrender yourself unto me, Garland. Chaos is ill-suited to such trifling ambitions as yours.
I do like how he's summoning stuff in addition to everything else. It's very Mateus.
You're not living under anyone's thumb. Now get lost before I tear you apart!
This is grim.
Might be in big trouble.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Servitude suits you well. Towering fear.
Hit him where it hurts!
I shall own up to my mistake.
I'm not dead yet.
Starfall. Oh crap.
Consumed with fear. On your knees. Abase yourself. Tremble in fright.
They gave him some reach, didn't they? In addition to the Dissidia moveset.
Witness.
I actually loved playing as Mateus, but like, it was only for fun. I was never very good at it.
Yeah! Get up!
Savor them.
My bad.
Disappear. Be consumed with fear. Fade from existence. May you never awaken. May misery haunt you.
Can't move?
Beg and I may you mercy. Ground it all to dust.
Hold on!
Starfall's actually different too, I noticed.
Savor the flames of hell. Stand in awe. On your knees.
Get up!
Be consumed with fear. Abase yourself. On your knees. Beg and I may you mercy. Defeated by insects.
Get back here!
Not once, twice.
It's done! Your reign is over!
What? New difficulty, Mateus mode. No! I like how our two outfits are the Warrior of Light and
It's
Garland.
overflowing. So this is what he was after.
Did Chaos become one with the Lufenian crystal? Then this path will lead to a different future. The future I meant to return to, Kupo.
Okay.
He's a stubborn bastard.
Any forces he controlled before have left him. I sense no magic at all. He's just a regular person now, Kupo.
Good. Starting again from the bottom might improve his mood.
Okay. get the hell out of our galaxy, I guess?
Now none stand in your way. Great change is on the horizon, Kupo. Chaos, take your rightful place as the god of discord.
What?
If we are to step foot into a different future, then yet another is required to herald our arrival. Soon, a warrior of light shall sit on the throne of harmony. In the place of gods whose time is past, you two shall be the pillars upon which a new world is built. Kupo.
No, I didn't know Mateus was in this at all. You're right, though. We just de-magicked him, which is hysterical. For those of you not aware, in my version of FF2, the super optional boss of the game is actually Mateus if you don't cast Ultima on him. At which point he is supposed to be a ludicrously powerful mage, because, yeah. Oh, and that we're done, apparently. I was gonna say, what is left at this point? All eyes turn to Bladetival. I'm not sure yet, Savicom, obviously, because I haven't designed it yet. Even FF2 is a fairly simple, standard type of thing. But also, if you remember, during the boss fight with Mateus, you're deprived of one of the main mechanics of FF2, which is your back row. Or FF2, excuse me. So the whole idea is that we're going to have to design him around not having that back row. And then make a much, much, much harder version of him. I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I'll have to think about that. But that's the idea, either way. There'll have to be a line of dialogue earlier. Now, make sure you use Ultimo if you face Mateus. You cannot possibly face him alone. There's no way you would ever defeat such an incredible force. Something like that. You know, Gilgamesh is just, like, rocking out in the background. Do we know what this team is even doing right now? Like, this is gonna sound stupid. I don't know what Koei Tecmo has been doing lately. I'll let you decide, Bladetival. This is kind of your run, and well, yours and Valerian's. But Valerian's not here because they hate me, so. What else do you want me to do, Bladetival? Is what I'm asking. Listen, Subcom, I would never give negatives to Beloved Classic. Although, and you might find this funny, I've thought of 2 separate negatives I'm going to give FF6 as a result of this. Well, okay, one I already know I was going to give, but there's a new one, so that's one new negative for FF6. The old one is the nature of how you don't gain stats when you level up. I've actually thought about that a lot, because it's such an interesting design choice. On the one hand, in FF6, pushing Magicite out into the game was actually a very brave choice, and for the most part works. Not only does it give you a chance to kind of get used to most of the classes of the party members and each of their different gameplay styles, but also it doesn't happen too late, so you're probably not super high level, but it also happens at a very critical moment, narratively speaking, right? And it's awesome. The problem is, nothing tells you that. I know people who never knew until I told them that your stats don't go up in FF6 when you level, because it's so counterintuitive. Like, you're playing an RPG and your level goes up, da 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 da. You're now level 6. Woo! Like, you think I get stronger. It's such a basic idea. Now, some games, yeah, it becomes the KOTOR 1 issue, exactly. Some games play around with that, but almost every other game that plays around with levels not giving you direct power tell you that. I'll actually give you an example of that. World of Warcraft. In WoW, levels actually give you nothing except for a talent point. The talent point is where your actual progression comes into place. So this is funny. I just checked the bot to see why it's broken, because Trihexa just hit next. And it broke during the Omega fight. No joke. Omega broke the bot, guys. Anyways. See, I'm going to go ahead and admit, I didn't know for years. I don't even remember when I first found out that your stats don't go up on leveling in FF6, other than HP. I was just like, oh. Now, what's funny is Chrono Trigger does something similar to this, not identical. In Chrono Trigger, there's a specific stat, which you've probably never even noticed unless you've really dug into that game. It's called Magic Defense. And Magic Defense actually applies to most abilities that enemies use in the game. So, like, 90% of the attacks you're going to be hit with run through the Magic Defense calculation when they decide how much damage they do to you. Higher level, higher Magic Defense. So, no matter what, your HP goes up and your defense goes up as you level in Chrono Trigger, regardless of other factors. I sometimes wonder if that was a reaction to what they did in 6. Nothing tells you that either, by the way. Anyways, the other negative, I was looking at the Pixel Remaster visuals of the Floating Continent, and yeah, they're trying to make it more organic-y looking, and it's just gross. Why did they lean into that? Anyways, that's it. Moving on. Exactly, R-Spruce. Like, in World of Warcraft, your level is tied to your talent points. Your talent points directly increase your output. That's another good example of that. I know there's other examples, of course I can't think of any right now. I guess Octopath Traveler, which is a bad example of that. In Octopath Traveler, your level only raises your HP. Your actual output becomes from your class abilities, your gear, and that's actually it. So, class abilities and gear. mean, I get extra mode. You can extra mode pretty much anything. It is actually an interesting thing. I don't know if any of the what's left is story related. New mission available. Effects granted by 800% job if even locked. What? Here's what replication is. Now we're telling it. Also, it has been 0 hours since we've gained it. Alright, I know that doesn't actually count, but really, there's an 800? Okay, hang on. Let me do a little bit of real quick cleanup. Hey, the blood sword. Heh. Comes with Bahamut. Very low Bahamut. Jesus, that's awful. Okay, Nope, I wanted this. So now we go to 800? Didn't we already have 800? Hang on. I swore we already had 800. Oh, never mind. No, it just boosts stats. Just straight stat boost. That's all it is. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna do this an extra. Let's just see what this is. I don't even have the invincibility. I still have that gear.
You will die here, and I will live forever. In this endless cycle, a prison of my own making.
Break it! Shine your light upon eternity and cleanse the stain of chaos! Or be snuffed out!
Deja vu.
You might do.
And then my outfit doesn't change. Oh, okay.
This will help. I win.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was co-opable, or else I would have obviously done that.
One step closer.
Got a sinking feeling.
We got this. We got this.
Jack, now's your chance.
Crush you!
I hold raw power.
Here it comes!
Still hurts.
This is grim.
Help me on out.
Okay.
Out of my way.
Save some for the rest of us.
No room for mistakes.
Knight, still forth. It's over.
Get up, Jack! Get up!
Okay, let's go ahead and co-op this. Hang on. I didn't realize this was co-opable. So let me... Leave mission. Let's go kill Chaos! Finally. It's taken us a few days, but we're gonna get there. Chaos is gonna be killed. I had to crank up the difficulty. I'm not doing that. I did keep him positive. Okay. I'll actually try too. I thought this was just going to be a thing, but no. I mean, I know his pattern. It hasn't changed. Oh. You are correct. Really? Okay, whatever. Yeah, well, let me create room here. Whatever. Ah!
Can't be.
Yeah, I noticed I suddenly don't have my party. What?
Here it comes!
This hurts. It's over.
This sucks. Here it comes!
Wait.
Knight, spill forth. This will help. I win.
He does start in phase 2. I was... Okay. Also, we're having a graphics glitch. Do you see that?
Can't be.
See that? What the hell is that nonsense?
Getting desperate?
I win. Succumb.
This will help. Okay.
It's over. Knight, spill forth.
This sucks.
I don't feel like messing with this, if that's okay. I like that it starts in phase 2, but like I don't feel like messing with this. So I'm not going to.
desperate?
This will help. It's over. Light, spill forth! Succumb! Light, spill forth! I win! Succumb!
We're in for it now.
Light, spill forth!
Not good.
It's over.
Almost out of potions.
This will help. Light, spill forth! I win! Succumb! Light, spill forth! This will help. I win! It's over.
Okay.
Light, spill forth! I win! Light, spill forth!
All right.
Light,
Here it
spill
comes.
Succumb! This will help. It's over. Light, spill forth! This will help. I win!
Oh. Yeah, I guess I am. Eh.
Succumb! Light, spill forth!
Getting desperate?
It's over. It's over. Come on, succumb! Light, spill forth! I win! This will help. Succumb! I win! This will help.
Here it comes. There is no.
Light, spill forth! Succumb!
I think I've earned this. I don't feel particularly bad about this.
Light, spill forth!
I'm ready.
I win! This will help.
All right. Crush you.
There's still a phase 2? No, oh my god, what is this nonsense?
This one's got some teeth.
Like, I recognize the outfit. I've played Warrior Light back in Dissidia.
Light, spill forth!
Not good.
Wow. Wow.
Getting desperate. I'm ready.
This will help you now! Succumb! Light, spill forth!
Take it. You're gone.
I win!
Super optional time. Yep. Uh-huh. I get you.
It's over! Light, spill forth! Succumb!
I'm ready.
This will help. This will help.
Ultima's still doing a bunch of damage to him. Which it should, but, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to.
I win!
This is the one.
Okay. Despair Advent. Alright. Still can't create a room, of course. Well, what's after that nonsense? Like, what else could there possibly be after that insanity?
Only light can break the chains of time. And only light can illuminate the way to a brighter future. But not without darkness to guide it. So we have become the shadows in the night, where only the bravest may dare tread.
Do you remember me? That's right. I am Garland!
Bathe the world in your brilliance and cleanse the stain of despair from its surface. Until that happens, the cycle of chaos will repeat again and again.
You will die here, and I will live forever!
What?
You will die here, and I will live forever in this endless cycle, a prison of my own making.
Break it! Shine your light upon eternity and cleanse the stain of chaos, or be snuffed out! Burn off!
I look forward to doing this again in 2,000 years.
Okay. I can make that work. So the actual super optional. So he has Chaosbringer, he can block, and he has a special ability when he does. Cool.
You will die here, and I will live forever in this endless cycle, a prison of my own making.
Break it! Shine your light upon eternity and cleanse the stain of chaos, or be snuffed out! This will help. I'm ready. I win! This is yours! You're screwed!
I need not fear.
Back off! Ready?
I mean, I've already seen plenty of his moveset. First of all, this doesn't count for review purposes. I know what you're thinking. But why? We never count super optionals as part of review, for reasons I probably don't even need to elaborate on. The review's cut off. But for the interest of showcasing, although I just let him wave at the air a bit.
Time's up! Screw!
Interesting. That tracking. Interesting, I have to parry each whirlwind individually. Anyways.
One step closer. I'm ready. I need not fear. I win. I need not fear. This one. I win.
Why did I lose lock on?
Train the warriors.
Oh, no phase 2?
Good. Don't fail us.
The chains of time were severed at last. The struggle that raged over 2,000 years had ended, and peace prevailed once more. Through the warriors' efforts, all was turned in its proper direction. With the world's forces flowing as they were meant, the warriors prepared to cross time and at last return to the home they knew so well. The four travelers took the forces that filled the world with darkness and used them to bathe the world in light. None will recall their struggle, for breaking the chains means it never occurred. Verily, all are unaware, but within the tales of fantasy that people tell, the memory of their deeds lives on. With the memory of their struggle buried deep in their hearts, they trust there is hope for the future of this world. Remember always that the forces of the world must be used as they were intended, that the power of light must never be used for dark, and that the fifth crystal resides ever in your heart. For the warrior who crossed time and fought alongside the others is you. And though you may forget your trials, you too are owed a debt of gratitude for seeing this journey through to its end. Thank you.
What the hell is this? Another... Okay, no, never mind. An extremely hard mission has been unlocked. Now what? That's these two, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm good. Enjoy the music. Let me finish typing up some stuff, and then we get to do the boring part. We all love the boring part, right? Honestly, I wasn't sure we were going to make it. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed. Except for you, Blade Tavol. No, for real, I do hope y'all enjoyed. I said as much last night, but I mean it just as much here. It'll be interesting to play this again someday with my co-op group. And yes, we're going to be starting STO tomorrow, by the way, so if you're not interested in the golden number, this is a good time to bow out. Yeah, this is it. We're doing the boring audit, then we're doing the audit. Even though this is Neo-like, I'm firmly putting this in the Souls-like category. Not a lot of competition there. I think its main competition is going to be Code Vein. So we'll see how that works out. No, well, we'll find out, won't we, Kraken-san? I haven't done the last few quests. That's what we'll be doing on camera. Last I checked, though, which is immediately prior to that, they still emphasized both, basically equally. Yeah, there's a reason I got a bunch of really overpowered modules and just kind of destroy ground missions immediately. Because, you know, they're so terrible. I imagine STO will be 2 streams. I have no idea, though. Well, it's about 2.5 years worth of content, Rax. Yeah, it's 2 quest chains. Well, what we would normally call 2 quest chains. It's 2 quests. 2 seasons, I think is what they actually call them. Although I just realized one of them I haven't done on camera, so it's actually a little bit more than I just thought. Because we have to do the Terran stuff. And then we have to do the... I can't believe it's not Borg stuff. But that's it. So it is actually 2 seasons, my bad. So it's a little bit more than I thought. What's really funny is in the Trek lore run, we've recently gotten to the actually good Borg episodes of Voyager. And it's funny how extraordinarily, brilliantly horrifying they are. Like, nothing's ever really quite hit the same flavor as the Borg. They inspired a whole bunch of stuff over the years. Like a lot of big things, like the Flood over in Halo, for example, were directly inspired by the Borg. Oh, absolutely, Drax. It's a sequel to all of Trek, really. Like, one of the common jokes for a while there was that if there's some random-ass thing that's only in one episode of Trek, it's probably an STO. Now, obviously, that is an exaggeration, but let's just say that one of the main story arcs, the main story arcs of all of STO, involves a race that has never seen on camera and only mentioned in 2 episodes of all of Trek. And they took it and ran with it. Yeah, exactly, Rex. That's a lot of boss positives. I guess it should be. That makes sense. I believe, yep, this is our most build positives for a Souls-like. No surprise there either. Most co-op positives too. No shock there. Yeah, actual functional co-op. Couple of niggles, but good stuff otherwise. I'll take niggles over the nonsense that is actual Souls games. Sure, Zakteft. Why not? I don't care, admittedly, so it's kind of up to you. I'm not even sure who the majority shareholder is. I'll have to look that up. So here's an odd one. How replayable do we think this game is? I already have my own thoughts, but I'm curious of yours. Like, obviously it doesn't qualify for the third positive, because very few games do. And it automatically qualifies for the second positive. I'm not sure about the first one. Normally I do this stuff off camera, but I spent 4 hours last night grinding, so I didn't do this off camera. Sorry. Why would you feel offended by that? I mean, Jeff Keighley cannot wait to slap his lips on that man's dick. Kojima is also one of the most obvious examples of people crediting one person for the work of a team. There's a lot of that, but I know people who think that the only thing, literally the only thing that makes a Metal Gear Solid game, for example, is Kojima personally. Not anyone else. Not the direction, or the acting, or the writing. or the developers, the animators. No. Kojima personally made Metal Gear Solid 3 by himself in a cave with a box of scraps. Replayability. I mean, it's true with movies, it's true with games, it's true with shows. People like to fixate on one thing and say that's the reason. Yeah, Konami's too busy making money to actually make games. Oh, who knows, Triax, yeah. Also, considering magic left the world, I think what'll happen to Lightning when she finally dies is she'll go to a graveyard in France. I mean, I could go more in details onto it, but yeah, no, she's in France. Literally. Literally. I feel irritated that I have to re-emphasize the literally there, because people are going to think I mean figuratively when I may say literally, but that's how language works. entry already? I did not. Yeah, FF really likes magic leaving the world, even in otherwise good games. I'm not 100% sure why. The answer is probably Tolkien, and a lack of understanding of why he did that. As you could really point to so many bits of fiction. Yeah, I already pulled the image, Kenix. If you're guessing between when I pulled the image and now, you're too late. It's all right. But yeah, no, like the number of works of fiction which do something because Tolkien did it without actually understanding why he did stuff is weirdly high. I don't know, it's high, and it's weird that it's that high. That sounds like weirdly high to me. Gross, Savacom. The other one's gross. I'm not. No, I have not Relictum, so I can't actually comment on it. Yeah, sorry, it's been on my mind because the level in this stage is really gross, the one that's based on FF6. And I started thinking about that and how much that bothered me. And I decided to think about it for a bit longer, and it's like, you know, you remember what the enemies look like in the Esper Cave in FF6? Just the enemies. Also the enemies in the floating continent while we're on the subject. Yeah. And it's like, why is that in my game? You know, I'm sorry. I know that sounds awful, but I don't have a better way to put that. Oh yeah, Breath of Fire is a little more cartoony, though. What's funny is Nomura designed almost all of those. A lot of the gross enemies in FF5 were Nomura specific. I've seen the sketches. Case by case, Savacom. Case by case. Even back in the day, I thought FF6 was a little bit, at times. And you know I love FF6. Soten. We actually did give a gross negative to Soten, to use another example. I mean, when you're fighting a giant ball of corpses held together by a parasite, I mean, it's okay, nothing has surpassed our current peak as far as gross game. Can anyone guess what it is? If you know the game, you'll guess it instantly. It was actually establishing precedents for gross negatives, consequently. First time we gave that out. And everyone argued me on it, and everyone was wrong. No, it was Bloodborne. That's a good question, Rax. I don't know. The only ones I know about are in the underwater dungeon. The question mark enemies. I can't remember. What is the name of that stupid dungeon? I couldn't think of it the other day, and I can't think of it now. No. Like, you go into the rift, you go into the sub, and you go over to a rift. It's in the base game. It's in the SNES version. And then you, like, go into a rift at the bottom of the ocean. That's a good point, Mr. Ed. Oh, God, Braylon. Yeah, you thought the Nope room was bad. The Nope Cave, or the Nope Cave 2.0 were bad. No. That's it, the Great Sea Trench. Thank you. It's been bugging me for days, ever since we brought it up. Saturday, I want to say. Yes, this is in-game music. Each difficulty has its own music. I keep changing difficulty. I can happily give this game no microtransaction negatives. So, FF7's an interesting one off the deep end, because FF7 kind of falls into the same category as, say, System Shock 2, or System Shock 1 for that matter. They're certainly intended to be gross, but they aren't. The 3D graphics quite literally were not there enough to make them gross. And so I'm willing to give it a pass because it isn't gross. By contrast, the sprite work in the later SNES era, like FF5 and FF6, was really, really good. So they were more than capable of showing off some interesting stuff. FF5, I think, is worse than 6 in several ways, because, like, what in the world? Like, the enemy which is ripping off its own face to attack you, like, just, what? Capital L or lowercase L, Jahaxia? Oh yeah, if FF7R decides to go gross, it's gonna be gross. I don't remember there being anything in R1, though. And obviously I haven't played R2. Exdeath is pretty gross, yeah. For the longest time I didn't realize he was supposed to be a tree. Because he doesn't look like a tree, he looks like a bunch of fleshy tentacles with a face. Yeah. Plus the aforementioned Hojo fight, Rax. I misread my own spreadsheet for a second. I was about to say, hey, bull crap, I didn't give this game viscerality positives. I did. I gave it several. It's everything. Alright. So that's 72.29. Now we do a little math. I mean, there's no real way to know. That's always the consequence of that, Rax. I don't know if I mentioned this. But last night when I was doing my thing, and once I got a little bit more gear under my belt, I actually went back and redid several fights to feel them out. It probably did cut the time down, though, and that is going to change density. But density also caps at a certain point, so who knows. I mean, at the end of the day, it's sort of impossible to review these completely accurately, and I've just sort of grown to accept that at this point in my life. I do the best I can. Yeah, it cut out about 19 hours of the estimated time for a bit of perspective. Yeah, I'm never, ever, 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 ever touching Scorn. Yeah, I keep waiting for them to port Dissidia forward in some manner. Because, yeah, last I checked, the Dissidias are still console locked. I don't know how much they cost nowadays. Actually, I still have my copies. Yeah, was it worth it? Was it a good run? Oh, this is gonna be close. Yeah, where's my genre page? Story score definitely hurt it, and I don't really walk away from that. So, start giving you some numbers here while I double check this. I'm not sure if this beat Code Vein. It's going to be really close. So net story score of -8. That is 0.25 negatives per hour and a ratio of 40% on the nose. Entertaining, and there's some interesting and cool stuff here and there, but oof. Gameplay is 43. That's actually our best gameplay of any of the Soulsborns we've played so far. That is a density of 1.36 positives per hour and a ratio of 71.29%, which is pretty much dead average, giving us a golden number of... Oh, wow. That's close enough I feel the need to double check my math. Give me a sec. Sorry. I just... We here at the Lore Walkers are anti-math. Yeah, no kidding. Sorry, read the Terrans. Okay, so... Okay. So, final golden number of... And all the drum rolls already happened. 80... Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. Code Vein got a golden number of 80.57. This game managed... It was pulled down a lot by the variants. It probably should have crushed Code Vein. But it's still got an 89.31. As a point of curiosity, if it had gotten... Just like off the top of my head, if it had gotten the same story score that Code Vein did, which wasn't great, but it was still a positive, this would have pushed this up to 150. Pretty much just being carried by that gameplay. And that is a good game. 89 is damn solid. And yeah, that's exactly what that feels like. A damn solid game. Oh, which I look forward to playing through again with my friends someday. And it is officially better than Elden Ring. I stand by that. Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you have enjoyed. Oh, by the way, the winner is Noctis X Soul, who has put it towards Epic Battle Fantasy V, Henry Stickmin, and Majesty Gold. I need to clear the guessing game. I don't know if I'm going to do something for STO tomorrow. We'll do STO total. See what people think about that. I might have a second stream today. I'm not going to commit to that, but I would like to get some time in on STO. We'll see. If there's no second stream, see you. And if there's a second STO stream, I'll see you then. Now to go kill Chaos.